а достается Хускару, пока это изи ФБ для Хусика. Иначе-то и не скажешь. Ну, давайте-ка, ребят, подсоберитесь. Очень бы хотелось сейчас увидеть, как все подсобрались. Так, Огрмак пошел динается. Сейчас ведь не лагает, да? Вы видите, не лагает, все замечательно, все круто. Ред Панда, ну, кстати, во-первых, золото разделили, это окей. Но просто у него так было много предварительно. ХП, что он, ну, очевидно, рано пошел динается. Сейчас с маной там траблы. Фэнтези минус, фраг достается у нас Септемберу. Но вот это саппорт пугна, это реально будет работать. То есть не удивляйтесь, саппорт пугна это на самом деле прикольно. То есть ты в любом случае, даже будучи саппорт пугнов, кинешь дегрипифай, поставишь вард, от которого там оппоненты настрадаются, и все у тебя будет замечательно. И плевать, что ты саппорт пугна, да? То есть, грубо говоря, никто там тебе не предъявляет супер жестких претензий. Тысячи баф для морфа вместо шотгана. Да, тебе вовсе не нужно приобретать себе Эфириал Блейд. Ты можешь просто вот с этим декрипифаем бегать рядышком с пугной, и все. Кстати, морфа сейчас забрали. То есть у нас получается как? Морфинг плюс шейкер, комбинация убойная. С утра и дважды спарринг на гейминг выиграли. Ну и плюс, мне кажется, что любой коллектив сейчас может выиграть морфом шейкером. Давайте так. Абсолютно любой коллектив может выиграть шейкером и морфом, на мой взгляд. Это факт. Во-вторых, есть тот же самый декрипифай от пугны. Вот вам, пожалуйста, опции и шансы. То есть ты можешь быть морфом, который через шейкер, а можешь быть морфом, который через шотган, не приобретая себе тот самый шотган. Тебе опять же ради статов, ну, можно, условно говоря, бабочку взять. Вот тебе статы. Ну, хотя я все равно, наверное, брал этот шотган, но тем не менее. Итак. Итак. Хускар очень далеко, Хускар тарит себе фаст армлет, Хускар агрессирует на темпларку, иннерфайром откидывает, кстати, здесь будет ли его, не будет добирать Shadow Demon, но, по крайней мере, он попытается. Хотя, это Хускар. Он даже тип-аут, понимаете, не хочет нажимать. Вот на нем висит 3 стака, стаки взрывает Shadow Demon, он просто понял, что он дальше уже, ну, он не догонял. Он не мог там догнать вообще никак всю эту ситуацию. И ему просто уже пришлось отпустить. Как говорится, если... Любишь, отпусти. Если не можешь, отпусти, наверное, вот здесь вот это будет характернее. Все, отпускает. 3-3 становится счет, но фарм Хускара меня пугает. Вот как вчера я зачем-то повторял этот мем. Я не знаю, что это, но этот тварь меня пугает. Вот фарм Хускара сейчас. Хускар причем ластпиком, и заехал он здесь идеально, на мой взгляд. Давайте скажем прямо, еще Хускар с пугной. Забавная история. Так... Завтра посмотрим Voyager Hero, Look for Smile Wolf и, в общем-то, Typhoon Sports Club против SDEC. Это должно быть безумно классно. Это должно быть просто-напросто безумно классно. Я очень сильно рассчитываю на то, что это будет интересная серия. Вот на завтрашний день чуть больше, как говорится, расположение. В основном из-за Typhoon SDEC. Это факт. Так, опять же, возможности подпушить у Sparking Arrow Gaming, это морфинг под огромагом, а не стоит недооценивать морфа как пушера. С его-то скоростью атаки и с его-то дэмэджем он действительно на это способен. Вот, ну и плюс пугна-то самое. Хускар, опять же, да, попробую Хускара выгнать. Но у оппонентов есть Бисмастер, Лишрак и Шаду Шаман. То есть не сказать, что вся игра будет строиться именно за счет пуша. И только от пуша будут отталкиваться эти ребята. Вот я прям думаю, что отнюдь не так. Так, минус фэнтези. Добрый день, нас почти 1000. Добрый день, вас почти 1000, меня это безумно радует. Вот и все. 1.05 залетай, пока не закрыли. Это не мой принцип, советовать ставить на 1.05, в общем-то. Далеко не мой принцип. Так. Еще раз напомню то, что сегодня эта серия для меня станет последней. То есть даже если там будет вариант пойти на последнее противостояние Hainan Master Cup, я в любом случае этого не хочу. Я думаю, что 6-7 карт на сегодня будет более чем достаточно. В принципе-то. И я надеюсь, что вы со мной согласны. Так, Хускар, Армлет, ПТ. Одновременно появляется Армлет и ПТшечка. Наконец-то, как говорится, донес он. Нес и донес. Вот вам и пожалуйста. Лишрак, сейчас будет стан. Сначала диаболики на полсекунды пораньше, потом стан. Хускар играет Армлетом, накидывает иннерфайром, появляется здесь Септембр, ставит вард. Вот, если честно, все, не хочется атаку продолжать сейчас. Отпустите, пожалуйста, отпустите этих ребяток. Хватит, достаточно. Более чем достаточно, наверное. Так, завтра еще раз напомню, с 8 по МСК старт. Мало ли кто-то еще не услышал. Сегодня там еще останется матч Revive Newbie через час 35. В принципе, наша серия должна, наверное, уже за это время завершиться, но я так думаю, что Revive Newbie меня сегодня не привлекут. Ну а матчи ФТД Аполло, Неон и IG Неон это для вас от ДК1 ТВ соответственно. Так. Подцепили на топе Огрмага. Даже не знаю, мне кажется, что сейчас кто-нибудь полетит его сейвит, плюс Red Panda, несмотря на то, что у него всего-то 5 левел, Stout Shield, стики, вот попробуйте ему что-нибудь сделать, да? Плюс опять же поставили варды это под некий подфит для Хусика. Но пока я говорю Хускар, у нас у Морфа отвратительная ситуация. И вот этому я действительно удивлен. То есть, казалось бы, у тебя есть все, что нужно, но ты играешь, мягко говоря, посредственно. 0 на 2 от Морфа и 3 в рейсбенда, и никакого здесь раннего ганимчика, настолько раннего, как на предыдущих сериях, 100% не будет. 100%. То есть сейчас должно случиться чудо, чтобы этот ганим появился на тайминге 16 минуты. Он его просто не успеет выфармить сейчас. У него нет опции, грубо говоря, фармить настолько быстро, как я ему предлагаю. Морф уже не нужен, Хускар игру закончит раньше. Ну да, Хускар он пошел, забрал Эрика, допустим, сейчас. Я просто... Не то, что опасаюсь, что что-то пойдет не так и так далее. Меня здесь любой вариант устроит, а вариант с 3 картами больше всего. Но, опять же, ребята не сильно-то и торопятся сейчас. Вот им все равно бы хоть что-то да подфармить, да? Септембр. Выход на Shadow Демона. Shadow Демон. Ну, очень мало, конечно, у него. Вот два саппорта встретились, что есть у одного, что есть у другого, да? Давайте сравним. И причем по опциям даже, что есть у одного, что есть у другого. Тоже, в принципе, несравнимо. Вот он идет Хускар под бафом. Ну да, тут складывается такая ситуация, что только чудо поможет ребятам из этого коллектива. Из коллектива King Game Illuminous. Как же я не люблю одноклеточную доту, но, к сожалению, все к этому и приходит. Фейзы от Бестмастера. Дальше это будет Владмирс, дальше это будут Некра. Дидишка забирает у нас уже второй тавер, но сами ребята при этом не потеряли еще ни единой вышки. Так что в целом ситуация для них, я бы сказал, благоприятная. По крайней мере, пока. Так, там, кстати, доиграли Сириусы в рамках нашего ивента против ЛФС. Первая карта за Сириусами, что-то у нас вторая, даже интересно. 2-0 закрыли Сириусы, ничего себе. Так. Ничего себе. Даже приятно видеть, если честно. Отличный результат, на мой взгляд. Наконец-то ничего-то добились Сириусы. Просто до этого у них статистика прям отвратная, чтобы вы понимали. То есть Сириусы реально являются командой, у которой нормальный такой подбор игроков, и при этом абсолютно отвратительная статистика по исполнению и по цифрам. То есть, как говорится, ожидания хороши, реальность сурова. То есть, так можно сказать относительно Сириусов. Плюс новый патч до 31-го. По идее, новый патч должен был выйти сегодня ночью. То есть, совсем скоро начнется следующий майнер, и Valve должны сделать так, чтобы ребята, которые будут играть на майнере, не были в шоке. А майнер у нас стартует 7 ноября. 7 ноября это следующий четверг. Если Valve выпустят патч в этот четверг, то с учетом транспорта, там, перемещений и так далее, это будет не особо правильно. Поэтому, на мой взгляд, Valve должны выпустить патч где-то вот, ну, на днях уже. Я бы действительно ожидал патча, вот, я думал, что он будет сразу после минора. Ой, сразу после ESL. То есть ESL ночью закончился, выиграли у нас TNC, к моему большому разочарованию и расстройству. Казалось бы, да, все закончилось, поехали. Но нет. Самое странное, что немного сдвинутый график у нас. Понимаете, слишком много времени, простите, уже прошло с предыдущего патча, и его даже по логике уже пора ввести. Плюс, не будете же вы выпускать патч между минором и мажором. Это будет дико странно. Минор и мажор должны проходить на одном патче. Выпускать патч за день до минора, это тоже не круто. То есть, если он стартует 7 числа, то дайте, грубо говоря, там, не знаю, недельку на обкатку. То есть, где-то сейчас я подозреваю, что он должен уже и появиться. Я клянусь, я думаю, что он будет ночью. Вот и все. Так. Что с нетворсом? Полный фрифарм. Полный фрифарм на старте, пара важных фрагов, и вот тебе, пожалуйста. Хускару дали талант алхимика, так это все выглядит. Хотя, естественно, не так. Так. Ставит самосерпент Вардет Кингеми Люминос. На днях чувствую. Но есть такое понятие, как Valve Time. И глобальный патч не будут выпускать за неделю до минора, после мажора будет. Слушай, а ты что, предлагаешь еще месяц играть на этом патче? То есть такое понятие Valve Time, очень известно. Просто MDL Change Major, он идет до 24 ноября. И согласись, что это еще, ну, месяц. Это просто-напросто месяц. И тогда уже будет конец ноября. Если Valve обещали глобальный патч осенью, конкретно конец ноября, ну, очень с натяжкой подходит, конечно. С невероятной какой-то натяжкой конец ноября можно у нас сопоставить как осенью. Но все равно, блин, какого черта? Выпустите сейчас. Короче, я прям жду этого патча. Если честно, я вот из тех, кто не любит такие нововведения и никогда хорошо к патчам не отношусь. Но конкретно сейчас я готов уже признать, что то, что мы видим уже который месяц, поднадоело. Морфошейкера нужно фиксить. С алхимиком опять придется что-то делать, потому что алхимик как был сломанным героем, так сломанным героем и остался. То есть есть моменты, которые меня дико смущают. И я искренне рассчитываю на то, что когда-нибудь Valve все-таки это сделают. Поэтому вот сейчас это один из самых ожидаемых мной патчей за последнее время. Плюс, наконец-то, это должен быть не цифровой, а буквенный патч. Точнее, сори, не буквенный, а цифровой. Не буквенный, а цифровой, да, конечно, конечно, конечно. Поэтому я прям жду. Для них осень в конце ноября. Но вот чисто в теории они как-то писали типа осенью, выпускали зимой. И ничего. И ничего, и такое было. Поэтому я даже бы и не сильно удивился подобным раскладом, честно говоря. Итак, игра продолжается. 5 на 5 счет. У нас 15 минут. Напоминать мне то, как сегодня с Перкинг Гейминг играли против Voyager. Там-то счет был 19 на 3 за всю карту за 22 минуты. Здесь прям, ну согласитесь, очень-очень скучно. Очень-очень скучно. Не за что зацепиться. У нас только против Хусика, и у нас есть жесткий темп от одних, и непонятно на что расчеты от других. Вот и все. Вот и весь геймплей замечательный, так сказать. Геймплей, который меня пока не особо устраивает, как зрителя. Может, просто нулячий. Ну, 4300 у нас сейчас у этого парня. Лей действительно выформил очень-очень слабо. И если с утра 2 карты против Voyager он во многом затащил соло, то конкретно сейчас день явно пошел не в направлении сноубола, скажем так. Начал за здравие, а вот сейчас уже какой-то упокой пошел. Ну, пожелаем удачи Лею и его команде. Им нужно выправляться. Нужно подсобраться. Может быть, что-то хорошее получится. Так. Смотрим, смотрим, смотрим. Не знаю, меня, конечно, игра пока смущает. Не хватает какого-то напряжения. Я думаю, вы со мной согласитесь. Как только напряжение появится, все будет кайфово. Потому что команды-то высочайшего уровня. По крайней мере, с Perkin Caro Gaming. Многие, на самом деле, их недооценивали, когда только не появились. То есть, это были Royal +1. И все таки, опа, кто это такие? Можно ставить против них. Ведь это ноунейм команда и так далее. Сколько же ребят там наверняка напоролись на так называемую ноунейм команду? Я вот прям думаю, что их было много. Может быть, это и про вас относится, что было много. Ну окей. Так. Все слишком спокойно. Ну вот и началась движуха, в общем-то, у нас от флайбая. Вроде бы так его называют, да? Академчик-то у него появился. Просто касаемо морфа у меня вызываются... Возникают какие-то сомнения, простите, касаемо морфа. То, что он столь крутой здесь. Ну, что уж поделать, с другой стороны. Пусть сейчас развивается. Вон он флаби, да? Вот он флаби, вот он хорош. Вот он, в общем-то, и хорош. Итак. Теперь ребята из Сил Света пошли в направлении Рошана. Red Panda плюс Септембр здесь. Септембр поставил не самый плохой вард. Окей. Дальше можно работать по темплерке. Я не думаю, что сейчас у нас ребята как-то ворвутся. Вот, не думаю, что ворвутся. Скорее всего, это должен быть рядом Рошан для Sparking Arrow Gaming сейчас. Такими темпами. Итак. Подцепили сейчас Огрмага. Наконец-то это шанс сделать Sparking Arrow Gaming фраг. Но, простите, сделать шанс King Game Illuminus. Вот, на Sparking Arrow Gaming в этот момент они забрали Рошана, забрали Аегис. Мне реально нужно грить по ходу Саг. Потому что Sparking Arrow Gaming я уже как-то пока не вывожу. Гамбит будут топ-3 менеджера, митер у них бешеный просто. Я очень рад, то, что у меня есть GPK в друзьях в доте еще со времен коллектива Марлерина. То есть вы знаете, как получилось, то, что он был в составе коллектива Марлерина, потом Вега, Спортс и Марлерина объединились, и, соответственно, ребята из Марлерина стали выступать под тегом Веги, но и за это Вега дала им тренировочные возможности, там всякий буткемп, ну, знаете, подобные вещи. Потому что у Марлерина таких опций не было. Дальше Вега себя очень хорошо показывает на квалификациях Кенту. И их просто-напросто разобрали. Их просто-напросто разобрали. Вот и все. И вот этого парня гамбиты... по-моему, он был первым официально анонсированным игроком в этом году. Это BO2, это BO3. У меня в друзьях откуда? А вот. У меня немало проф-игроков в друзьях. Если хочешь, я тебе в паузу покажу, кто у меня есть. Не то, что типа похвастаться, но просто как факт. Да, очередной фраг для Хусика. 8000 превосходцев, Хускар с армлетом, с БКБшкой, с ПТ, с Аегисом. Ну, здесь сложно. С ним общаешься? Нет. Это просто для того, чтобы кассить игры их. То есть бывали моменты, когда игры, допустим, запускались ивент ESL, и вот игра, казалось бы, должна идти, но ее не показывают в открытом доступе. А так можно было хотя бы попробовать. Так. Септембр. Primal Roar на него же сейчас Лишакова выжигает. Но вот появляется у нас сейчас Мортинг. Мортинг готов работать по этому лешему. Ой, нормальный момент получился. Оба стоят в стане. Тут, правда, и Шейкер. А Шейкер это уже доп. Условия. Эрика еще и стики нажал. И Бладстоун там был. Забавно получилось вот это вот стан на стан. То есть ты видишь, с кем они скримятся, да. Можно я не буду отвечать. Так, Темпларка, Дизоль, ПТ, в рейсбенды и все. 7-1 все насчет. Мне реально понравился момент с Морфом и Лишраком, как они друг друга подстанили. Это действительно получилось прикольно. Но касаемо с кем они скримятся, я, допустим, могу посмотреть, с кем они в пати находятся. Если там знакомые мне никнеймы, либо знакомые аватарки, либо знакомые чилы. То есть я примерно могу представлять, что может получиться, какие новости сейчас будут в инфополе. Но пока эти новости не выходят официально, я никогда ничего никому не рассказываю. Вот и все. То есть я рассказывал относительно там составов Нави, когда это было New Era и так далее, но в основном это меня не так интересует. То есть, условно говоря, я считаю, что это инсайд-информация, и если челы меня в итоге из друзей кикнут и удалят из друзей, я буду только расстроен. Какой смысл мне, что я там этот инсайд рассказал, да? Поэтому я очень аккуратно, очень спокойно, никому ничего не рассказываю. Ну что, плюс вышка для Sparking Arrow Gaming. Все прекрасно выглядит для этих ребят. И сейчас только лишь дело техники.
But it is also very good with the Templar Assassin, just being able to help keep her alive, you know, the bonus attack speed to increase that damage output. And they ban the Ember Spirit, just a really good lane matchup versus the TA. And they're going to go TA Gyrocopter in the first 3 picks. So this is very open right now from Neon Esports. They don't give a hoot. And IG, they straight away follow up with a Razor. So deals, you know, pretty well this game, considering both Gyro and TA, you really rely on that physical damage. Of course, Gyro deals a fair bit of magic as the game, I should say, the early stages of the game. Razor is able to have a good lane versus the Templar Assassin, however, which I'm going to presume will be the lane for them. I know IJ really like this Razor. And let's see how Neon want to play this. I'd like some sort of like crowd control, kind of making it hard for the Razor to play these fights. Cooldown's pretty good. Like I was gonna say something like Jakiro Ice Path. You gotta hold this Razor back from. They need a couple of stuns for the Templar Assassin as well. The one big issue about that hero is that you have no way to lock heroes down, so you're really reliant on some supports that have lockdown. And there's ET. I mean, I don't see this hero much anymore. But Elder Titan is that AoE crowd control I was kind of asking for the Razor. Is a really good setup for the Templar Assassin as well. It's not really a stun, but at least it's, you know, some follow-up for the TA. You have the sleep into the Mirana stun as well set up.
5 seconds remaining.
Which is, you know, they've got a couple of setups right now. Elder Titan to set up for the arrow, also set up for that cooldown. The issue is, I mean, this is a melee hero versus the Razor. ET does move reasonably fast if he gets a lot of astral, you know, heroes hit by it and creeps, but apart from that, there's a melee hero going up against a Razor, incredibly tanky, so Razor's gonna pretty much work him in the lane if they do put Razor in the side lane, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. Like to see IG probably go for like a Beastmaster here. They Clockwork instead, okay. So Mirana's really good against the Clockwork. Templar Assassin probably forced to get a 4-star for this game. I didn't mean to, that wasn't really a pun intended, but I think 4 staffs, of course, one of the best ways to deal with the Razor. You just get out of the static link, and of course getting out of the cogs as well. So it looks super good this game for the TA if she wants to go like, you know, Deso Force instead of Blink.
5 seconds remaining.
But now Neon, they're looking for their offlane hero. Invictus Gaming looking for their position 1 hero as well. Naga's already gone. I know IG. We spoke about how Doodle used to be on IG. We casted him last game. Was it last? When? What team is he on again? I completely blank. Yeah, it is Sirius. That's right. Yeah, we casted the Sirius Naga Siren. For some reason, I thought he was on Wolf or FTD, but we're going to see the Lycan taken care of. Really strong at just running at the Gyro and the Templar Assassin early on before they get a lot of farm. You could go for this early kind of tempo lineup with the Razor and the Clockwork as well. And the vision from the Wolves are also super strong. That's another thing we spoke about, how Disruptor really wants a vision hero to play around. We could see like a Night Stalker position 1. I know TNC really like to run this at ASL Hamburg.
5 seconds
The only issue with the Night Stalker Razor core combination is that you don't really scale into the late game, and that's kind of a big issue, seeing as you're going to a TA Gyro. So if you put all your, you know, if you put all your balls into this one basket, this early game potential, it's going to be a little rough. Just trying to think of, I mean, sort of the core matchup versus the Gyro. I mean, Morphling, I think it's always one of that favored matchups. Just being able to replicate and get that flat cannon. They don't have any burst for the Morphling. I guess Elder Titan or the Mirana can build the Spirit Vessel at least, so you have that. We could see Centaur come through. Really good against the Razor with a Stampede. I think it's great this game, honestly. You can... I don't know how the Ag's Clockwork works, to be honest. So, like the Ag Stampede out of the Clockwork. I'm gonna presume you can get out of the cogs, because it's unobstructed, right? So... but it's a good setup for the Mirana Arrow. You have a strong lane kill potential. And like I said, just really good against a Razor. The Stampede's super strong. I guess you can then put the Razor versus Centaur and have the Morphling mid, but I don't think that's going to be the case. We haven't seen a lot of Morphling mids lately. Trying to think if they don't want the Centaur, who else? Sand King could be okay. You need a stun right now for Neon, some way to start the fights. You can Burrow Strike out of the Clockwork cogs, you know, pretty natural 4-staff builder. The only issue is that, you know, Morphling with Replicate, I mean, you're pretty much majority of the time gonna replicate the Gyro, but if you do still Burrow Strike, you can make really high potential plays on that. Trying to think of, they need some way to start the fights. That's the only issue I'm seeing. Axe is gone, Legion's gone, so Sand King, Centaur. Trying to think of these unconventional. Like, alright, there's a centaur.
Choose your hero.
I was getting a little worried for a second. I'm trying to rack my brain on any other heroes they could have picked up, but no, so they're gonna get that. Seeing, so it will be the JT Clockwork. Kind of seeing this hero come a little bit back into favor. I mean, I've seen him. Well, let's say I've seen him more times in the past week than I've seen him in the past like couple of months. So looks like a couple of teams are starting to try out the Clockwork and see how it plays. Because I mean, it's reasonably good against a Gyro. The main thing is Gyro doesn't want to build a Hurricane Pike. You know what I mean, it's probably like this is a great 4-staff game. Not only gets out of the static link, but also gets away from the cogs. So Gyro just kind of wants to go like either drums, BKB, Ags, or like, you know, one of them into Ags, Maelstrom even potentially. You never really want a 4-staff or Hurricane Pike because it kind of just delays your farm. It doesn't give you anything. It's just a bunch of survivability. It's not going to help your farm increase at all. So so that's really why we don't see the Gyro, you know, Force or Hurricane Pike, for example. But this is a good matchup. Like I said, it's going to be the Centaur against the Morphling, which is pretty strong. You've got a fair bit of kill potential. You don't really get bullied by the Morphling. You don't care if he right-clicks you. As far as I remember, they don't have the strongest laning support with the Morphling either. I'm trying to remember who their 5 was, actually. Help me out here. So Shopper. So he's not bad. I mean, you know, Thunder Strike's one of the best level 1 nukes in the game. What is it?
Prepare for battle.
Ooh, maths. 180. That's before any magic resistance, but we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of Invictus Gaming taking on Neon Esports.
Burns, doesn't it?
Good luck, Oli God and JT Odin. Oten? It's gonna be. I think Neon's. Did they qualify for the minor? Does anyone? Who qualified to the minor actually? Did JT played with? I think JT might have played with Skem and Complexity. I'm pretty sure he was on that lineup for a little bit. Oh no, JT was Mineski. That's right. Apologies. Never mind. Never mind. Don't worry about that. Let's take a look. Who was Southeast Asia? Oh, Geek Fam was. Okay, never mind. I wasn't sure who it was, but never mind. There was Geek Fam. Wait, what is happening? I don't know who Young God is, unless that is. I mean, I don't think it's Scam, so it looks like they're playing with a stand-in potentially. But who knows? Maybe Young God is just as good as Scam God. But here we go. Bounty runes will be 3-piece for the guys over on Radiant Invictus Gaming. Nice quick start for them. A Bassi getting picked up already on the Mirana. Spoke about these in position 4s picking up the Bassi. I'm kind of surprised the Lena didn't get the Bassi. JT is going to try and just output a little bit of damage on R, stopping him from doing the shenanigans with the Astro. But with the battery sold ending now. Could look to get aggressive. Astro is about to expire as well. Oh, missile is going to be there. So this is just securing the range creep. One big donk with the briefcase. I miss the old plays of the Elder Titan. Just being able to, it's such a strong lineup. Being able to outplay, you know, the opposition with the Astral, and just the damage output you provide is incredibly. I'd say, it's not underwhelming. It's just you kind of. Underwhelming is the wrong word, sorry. You just never expect an Elder Titan to do this much damage. Like, dunk, smack in the face, runs himself away because he's got so much movement speed, and just kind of rinse and repeat. Shenanigans like that, but meanwhile, how's mid going? Emo, 7-3. Doing a pretty good job. What? T2 is going to be able to find the Gyro underneath the tower. Somehow Clockwork gets the first blood on the Gyro. Not really sure how this works out, especially level 1 battery assault, but it looks like, I don't even know if they had the full creep wave grouped up. I apologize. Horrible observing. Meanwhile, Something we didn't see as well, the Centaur usually at the, you know, before the Horn, they go to that mid lane, try and tank up a couple of towers, hits just so you can get the retaliate stacks. And the main reason why we see Centaurs do this is just so they can secure the first full lane of last hits and denies pretty much. So you can easily get that level 2. And that's a big thing. Being able to secure your range CS. See, they're actually getting aggressive here. Ollie's got to be careful. I mean, Mirana does have the level 2. So you see posturing, however, very forward on the disruptor. Just in case if she gets low enough, you know, leap into the arrow potentially. But Kaka could be under threat here. Sleep. It's going to be there. Missile does connect with the rocket barrage as well, but not a whole lot of damage. Just only one level in the rocket barrage. And well, looks like Yopaj, I believe that's how I pronounce his name, having a decent time mid. You know, still 5-1, but a lot of damage on Emo. Might actually end up falling here. He's got to be careful with the side blades. You know, the last hits aren't looking too good right now for the TA, but that's kind of what happens once you don't get a whole lot of, you know, levels. Doesn't get that last hit as well. Emo's going to be fine. Are you kidding? Oh boy. Apologies. I mean, the Templar Assassin, like I said, it struggles kind of early on the first couple of creep waves. Battery Assault, we're not going to miss this kill, I promise you that. Level 2, Battery Assault, they will go for the sleep. I don't think it's going to be enough, however, to push back, but JT still has his Q up and running. Now they're going to turn their attention to RR. Light Strike Array is going to be off the mark, but they will be fine. We didn't miss that kill, baby. I made sure of it. Paj also hasn't picked up the boots just yet, so, you know, this static link still going to be a little bit of an issue. Of course, Templar Assassin, I wonder how many points he puts in the side blades just for the bonus attack range to help out, you know, versus the static link, just to give him a little bit of distance. I wonder how Emo likes to level the Razor as well. I'm a huge fan of Razors maxing out the passive, the unstable current. Of course, it's just going to allow you to rotate back to the jungle and increase your farm speed. I mean, the big issue about the Razor previously was that this hero can't flash farm, and you don't really scale well into the late game. But all of a sudden, you know, you max this unstable current. It's, you know, so it's an ability that has no mana, you know, usage at all. And it also buffs you up in hindsight. I mean, it gives you bonus movement speed, so it's going to allow you to... it's going to allow you to stay on top of heroes with the static link, which for the laning stage looks like he's maxed out the static link. Of course, just very strong at destroying a lane matchup. And then I've got to imagine he maxes out the unstable current next. But meanwhile, top lane is where we're going to see a lot of aggression. I mean, JT has the phase boots already completed, and Young God is getting absolutely destroyed top. 2 quick deaths, 10-0, and JT is free farming right now. This is looking incredibly good, and you see RR is just going back to base. He's going to try and give at least some solo experience to Young God, but it's just not enough. I mean, with all the space, they're able to get both the bounty runes up top, and in the meantime as well, Emo's just, you know, he's just having a great time in the lane. He's got 18 denies because of that damage bonus that he has with the static link. Now, he's just going to try and infiltrate the jungle, see where the Templar Assassin is farming. Maybe get any vision of some camps that are potentially stacked. But in the meantime, play hard. He's going to rotate mid. So with the siege wave, he's going to try and destroy this. We see this often on Miranas. I mean, they go to the mid lane around that 5-minute mark just in case there are any rotations. Oh my lord, I'm not doing good. Top lane. I'm telling you, we're not missing any kills top. Karka, falling pretty low here. Young Gods going to be able to get a kill. And so very big for them considering, you know, the gyro with how far behind he is. And JT's got to be a little careful now. I was saying though, Mirana, I've had such a bad start with observing. Holy crap. I will not miss a kill for the entire game now. Mark my word. Fly falling low here. Waveform. Needs a little bit of mana. We'll be able to get it if need be from the stick or the mango. Cypher pops these retaliate stacks early. Just trying to put some harass here. They have a siege wave if they want to glyph up creep. I don't think they will. Gets denied. 15 gold. Thank you very much, sir. Now, how's the lane going? So they're still just continuing. We saw the Mirana stack up the camps for the Templar Assassin, who is able to fall back very nicely and farm up these stacks. It has 3 in the refraction, 2 in the side blades, so you do farm pretty efficiently. We're going to see a couple more stacks coming through hopefully as well. Mirana clears that mid lane. Just going to go stack the jungle. Yopaj is going to do the same thing as well. Do you get the double stack? Looks like he arrowed for the stack. So nicely played. There we go. I mean, like we said, this is going to give Play Hard some solo experience mid. Level 4. So out of the supports, I mean, he's the highest right now. And also is reasonably fine to lane against the Razor just because, of course, he has the leap to get away from the static link. So this allows the Templar Assassin to kind of fall back to the jungle. You see, top of the CS. It's not really showing in the net worth, however, just because, the jungle camps don't give you as much gold as the lane creeps. But, the power of these stacks, they're doing a really good job at actually just allowing Yopaj to have a little bit of comeback. And what's this? They got that gloves haste. Just going to further this up top lane. We got coming through battery. So, hey, I hear the Q. Gyro is level 6, however, if they want to try and turn this, but Light Strike Array is going to hold the back with the kinetic field as well. Battery Assault is about to expire. They find the kill, however, on Emo. So, how I said I wasn't going to miss a kill? I meant that starting from now. So, it looks like Razor getting a little bit too aggressive there. I think he got the D ward in the meantime down bot as well. Flight. Taking a little bit of damage. Cypher does have level 6 if he wants to get aggressive. Maybe next Hoof Stomp. But it is a very big cooldown. That's the issue. He does pop the retaliate stacks. So this tower will take a fair bit of damage if they want to glyph this. But Radiant have their own glyph as well. They should be fine. But in the meantime, like we said, yeah. So TA is actually ahead of the Razor. Instead, I guess that helps out that he got the kill on the Razor. And also a bunch of these stacks now. And he's just going to set the traps up very defensively in case Radiant want to come contest this. I really want to see Radiant make a smoke play for the next bounty rune. Smoke bot, contest these, and also get vision around this bot triangle camp. Because the Templar Assassin is going to be farming here for these stacks. Doesn't get one on the Ancients. It's going to be a very hard stack to take as well, I must say. Arrow does connect. Nice setup. They bring him down. Morphling. It's going to end up dropping here. Pop the Stampede for it, however. Probably didn't need it, but I guess it was a very short arrow stun. So it just in case. I mean, it seems like Dire are playing pretty defensive as well. I guess you could maybe see, like I said, a smoke coming through now, especially down towards bot, considering they don't have Stampede. They can definitely find the kill on the TA if they want to. The big issue is that they need to get this lane pushed in so they don't scout out any rotations. So Morphling might be able to join them as well. Looks like they're not going to smoke. They're more than content. Although, where is JT? That's the question. He's down bot with hookshot. Cypher is going to show here. Play Hard's going to rotate over as well. Has the sentry drop, meanwhile up top. Karka. Gotta be careful here, Sleep. Hold him in. They don't have the shrine. RTP rotations, however, coming through from JT. There's low mana on the Gyro as well. I mean, he's got Mango N3-1 charges, but I don't think that's enough. The big thing is that they force JT out of this bot lane. And in the meantime as well, where's TA? Still mid. So she's going for the blink. She's very farm, man. Kind of surprised she's still going for this blink, considering, like we spoke about, I think that 4-staff would be the play. Maybe she goes back for it, who knows, but a big thing is that it kind of feels like the clockwork is being neglected the past couple of minutes. I mean, 2-0, still second in net worth. Speaking about neglected, looks like the Gyro without any help from the Dire supports here, taking a lot of damage. JT is going to be careful with the rotation coming through. The Star Storm very high level and Play Hard, and JT is going to be forced to disengage. He can't get the Astra, is going to disengage away from the battery assault, but thanks to the phase boots, JT moves incredibly fast. Elite forward once again. It's going to allow the Mirana to claim the kill. They drop the Static Storm, but it's not there in time. Luckily, they have the glimpse, so nets them Play Hard. Now RR could be in a situation as well. Karka has the Dragon Slave. A quick stick charge, and looks like RR will be fine. Moves pretty fast. Windlace got the boots. One thing we haven't brought up is that with the Templar Assassin being able to rotate back to the jungle, it gave the Mirana a lot of time to soak up experience mid lane, and that was the power. I mean, without the level 4 Starstorm, they don't get the kill on the clockwork, which is very big for them down bot.
Radiant's bottom
Arrow,
tower is under
fly. Is there any rotation? Have the double edge. Nicely played. Morphling finds the kill. And Mirana wasn't able to get down there in time, of course, still
Dire's
dead.
top tower is
So it looks
under
like
attack.
Morphling tried to do it all without the Mirana. Templar Assassin also has the Blink Dagger now completed. This is going to be interesting to see. I'm very intrigued on Fly's itemization this game. We've seen a lot of the times, you know, the Treads Morbid Mask into like a Yasha Aghanims if you're paired up with an Earthshaker. I wonder if it's a similar thing if you don't have an Earthshaker this game. I guess there's okay,
Is under
you know, I'm just trying to see the abilities you can really steal. Razor's Static Link's incredibly strong. Flak Cannon, I guess, is one of the main ones. Just having a reduced cooldown in Flak Cannon, because that's what Ags give you, right? Mana cost reduction and cast range increase. Apologies. I thought there was a... Oh, because he's got the cooldown reduction as a talent. JT up top. Karkar's going to rotate forward. They will get the Split Earth out with the arrow lead up as well, but Oli, he's got the ultimate, it's going to be able to drop it here. Laguna Blade, Gyro's going to fall incredibly low, and he will end up falling here. All the boys on Radiant going to try and join the fray here. They get the sentry out early. Yopaj will join them. A quick glimpse back, and Ara's going to fall after that dust. So they get the vision. 2 heroes fall, but in the meantime, it leaves Centaur solo down bot. It's going to tank up the tower. Gets a little bit of course, retaliate damage and pops the active now as well. So this T1 tower is going to be the first one to fall. Has the hood completed.
Radiant structures are
Will be a
fortified.
slow one at that, but we already know that Radiant all TP top, and they're not done just yet. Smoke's going to pop. JT gets scouted out. They want to take this fight, however. 2 points in the meld. The hook shot's going to be there. JT's falling low, but they got to be careful. Cog's going to hold the Templar Assassin in place. They're stealing all the damage here. A Cog's pushed back with the arrow as well. Disruptor's going to get caught here. Dealing incredible amount of damage with that briefcase, and Young God's going to rotate forward as well. Meanwhile, Homer Missile is going to hold the aggression from Emo, and they can follow up if they want to. I mean, Yopaj doesn't do a lot of damage right now, still with the Static Link, but they're going to be able to get the trap follow-up. Static Link is about to expire as well. They're man-fighting here, but it's just not enough.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Only
attack.
2 points in the plasma field, thankfully. Templar Assassin able to stay alive there. Neon take a really good fight. In the meantime, though, play hard. It's going to get brought down. So a little bit of spree, but with the Mirana falling, does net at least 500. Wow, 500? I guess Mirana was 4-1 and 3 there. So nets a lot of gold over to the Morphling. And he already has the point booster completed. So it looks like that answers our question. He's just going Morbid Mask straight into the Aghanims. This will be interesting to see. I guess he wants to play around really early with this Razor Clockwork timing. He still can scale incredibly well, you know, towards the late game. That's just, you know, what a Morphling is going to be able to do. LSA, Mirana's gonna get caught. Laguna Blade, nice shield scepter, dodges the waveform damage. Adaptive strikes on cooldown as well, a double leap, and it looks like play card will be fine. Trying to set up with the arrow here. It's gonna be off the mark, and in the meantime, gives them a little bit of space to continue pushing the tower here. Play, use all your leap charges. What?
Radiant's middle
Cypher's gonna
tower
come
is
over and
under
probably
attack.
cut the tree? Surely. What is happening? Meanwhile, mid, glimpse back. They have the Static Storm, but a quick blink away. Kinetic Field's going to hold them in. With the Static Storm, is going to drop it. Now the Mute's there, so he can't get the second refraction up. It doesn't matter because it's still on cooldown. They drop the Sentry as well. In case for the meld, TA is going to get brought down. Nice find for them, but in the meantime, looks like Dire are at least able to find 3 out of the 4
Dire's
bounty
middle
runes.
tower
They're
is
giving
under
some
attack.
space over to Young God down bot as well.
Radiant
Continuing with the
structures
farm.
are fortified.
There's a lot of farm heroes. Look at the Sparrowson, man. I mean, this, you know, position 4 on the Mirana, doing better than the Gyrocopter right now. RR? I don't think you want to be there. And I think you're pretty much dead. Sleep connects onto 1, but they connect, of course, with the kinetic field. Quick find for them. They got the D-Ward as well. A nice hook shot with the Sentry. They're going to push him back inside the range. Heads up play from JT. A double kill for Karka. They're probably going to try and defend this tower, however. Centaur just picked up the Blink Dagger. This is really big for them. This T1 tower's got to stay alive here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like they will be able to. Centaur doesn't have it on his...
Are scanning.
What? Interesting glimpse. What's the cooldown on that? Oh, it's pretty low. 18 at level 4. Okay. Quite the glimpse. This is a very interesting ward. It's one that's always... You know, it's kind of always been there. It's not really a favored one. It's not the greatest one either. It's just very hard to get de-warded. A lot of the time you put a ward here to scout out the high ground, and like another one here as well to scout out this high ground as well. There's never really one in the area for right outside the pit, but they're going to smoke up and initiate on the Morphling. Does get the Strength Morph off in time. They did try and predict the waveform, but the home missile follow-up doesn't juke the stun just yet. The Doink's going to come through, but Radiant, they're going to TP forward, and it looks like Dire, they've overstayed their welcome. They're going to be forced to disengage. Lucky for them, JT.
Radiant's bottom tower is
He wants to
under
go for a
attack.
hook. Little scary, however. Imagine if that arrow... Oof. Fly just gets doinked on no HP. But not the case. Lucky for the Shrine. Desolator about to be completed. JT also has a Spirit Vessel as well, so kind of an interesting pick up this game. I guess it's... Spirit Vessel is very good at... I just like the Urn charges. I think Urn's very good at dealing with the refraction on the TA. It's like a... It's kind of a poor man's just damage over time. I must say Spirit Vessel is very good against a tanky Centaur. That's really about it. But this is Aghanim's now completed on the Morphling. Very farmed. You know, second in net worth. The good thing is, I mean, there's still a big item timing coming through from Neon. They're about to have the Desolator and this Blink Dagger, I mean, on Cypher. It has got scouted out, but it's still early days. But in the meantime, these are two big items from Radiant. Sanjin Yasha picked up along with the Aghanims. They're going to try and make a smoke play and get wards around the triangle camp, just scouting out this Templar Assassin, but she's well out of there, instead pushing in the top side. She's gone for the 4-star, hookshot forward. It's going to try and find RR instead. There should be a solo kill with the Spirit Vessel, but they're going to TP forward. The Scepter Ollie's going to get control. The stun will be there on the Morphling. Isn't enough, however, no. He's got the leap charge, and they're going to be fine. They drop the Static Storm, but with the Stampede, the Static Link is going to be completely useless here. Now, Emo's going to be careful. Looks like they're going to try and take this fight here. Arrow is going to miss. Somehow slyly dodges there. A nice Cogs push back into that LSA, and they will be fine. So one hero falls. They keep the tier 1 tower alive. That was the that's a reveal of your Aghanims. Also, you know, big Sanjin Yasha timing as well from Emo. I mean, Sanjin Yasha is not as key as the Aghanims, but still, it's just very minimal timings that have an effect here. Your Scepter. Nice setup, allows Cypher to close the distance. Another find for them. Right in front of the tier 1 tower as well. Well, there's another sentry you got to claim. Cypher. Glimpse back. Just got to be careful here. Leading with the Static Link, and it looks like he's going to get brought down. The Disruptor and Raze are actually a really good combination. I mean, just a lot of the time we see, oh, play hard. Leap has the Yule Scepter. Going to use it on the Razor instead, but the Cogs will be there. Nice hookshot, JT. Gonna get the Urn, but it doesn't matter. One more right click. Interesting Urn from the Mirana, trying to counteract the Spirit Vessel, but it's not enough. I was gonna say, a lot of the time we see Razors go for like a Yule Scepter. You just Static Link into Yules. It buys you enough time to, you know, to get that Static Link drain. But now you're gonna have the kinetic field to be able to lock some of the heroes down. So, you know, just Razor loves playing with this massive crowd control. You know, stuns where you don't have to kind of go for like an Atos or a Yules. We don't really see Atos that casually on any heroes anymore after it's, you know, got nerfed. We got glimpsed away. It will be Yopaj. He's around mid if he wants to join dump bot. A nice 2-man stun from Cypher. Young God's going to rotate forward as well. Emo trying to sap the damage here, but they will be able to get out of the AoE. I should say the area. There's a DD on the Morphling as well, so they do have to be careful here if they want to take this fight. Glimpse is ready and waiting as well. Cypher just sit in the trees if he can try and find someone. But as of right now, I mean, Radiant haven't really been able to find anything out of this aggression, which is a little worrying considering, I mean, Razor is farming incredibly well considering it's still ahead of the Gyro, which is a little worrisome. But he's about to have the BKB completed, has enough gold for the second component. I'm just, you know, this Razor, that's the power of maxing out the unstable current. You farm incredibly fast, you can push out these waves. And hand in hand, I think it's a really good matchup versus the Templar Assassin. So, you know, once she gets this 4-staff, it looks like it is coming out on the courier now. She's going for the Dragonlance next. Just going to give her a little bit of stats. Also, the attack range is pretty good versus the Clockwork, I must say. Here we go. Radiant, they're not done just yet. Hookshot. Cypher's going to get caught out here. Pretty tanky with the pipe as well. They drop the Static Storm. Mirana's going to try and help him stay alive here, but the Spirit Vessel on top of Centaur, just too much damage. Percent damage over time is going to be able to bring him down. They drop a couple of ultimates, but it really doesn't matter. They just need to get this early tower advantage and still Dire with the net worth lead. This is really thanks to the Templar Assassin, who's just keeping them further and further ahead right now. They're going to try and set up, however. Ready for the blink. They drop the Thunder Strike. In case he goes for the blink away, they will be able to glimpse him straight back. So now with the blink on cooldown, they've already got through a majority of the refraction charges. Going to think about turning on Ollie, however. One more right click finds a kill. The fraction's back up as well, but they will be able to drop the sentry. So he can't go for the meld invis, and Yopaj is going to end up falling here. Fly claims another kill. Unstoppable spree for the Morphling. In the meantime, gives a little bit of space for Dire to try and push out this bot side. You see play hard. He's going for the Spirit Vessel next. Incredibly strong versus the Morphling. He's got 4k gold, however. Wonder if he goes like Scardy. Ooh, E-Blade's the item of choice. Okay, so the shotgun build for the Morphling. Quite interesting. Considering, I guess you know, you can follow up Lena. If you replicate the Lena, she's got a bunch of abilities for the magic damage. I'm still trying to think who you replicate on your team. I think it's just got to be the Razor, and then on the enemy team, it's definitely the Gyro. Maybe TA with the refraction and the meld is pretty strong. But the issue is that Fly's continuing to farm. I mean, this Aghanims doesn't really help you farm at all. It's mainly just for fighting. But she's still doing, or she or he is doing a incredible job at staying neck and neck with the Templar Assassin. And in fact, he's top of the net worth right now. Will have enough gold if he wants to complete the Ghost Scepter. The Ghost Scepter, that E-Blade. They're going to smoke up, however. BKB just picked up on the Gyrocopter. They're going to try and take this fight, but they see them there. Smoke's going to get popped. The nice blink forward. They will be able to blow up the Lena. Arrow. Whiff straight through them. BKB's going to get popped. Young God, that's an early BKB. Some for the core down. They're kind of stuck in the trees here. Ollie's going to be careful. Drops the Static Storm, but Centaur incredibly tanky. It's going to get the pipe off in time. The hookshot's going to fly forward. JT kind of getting controlled here. Static Link is not going to do a whole lot as well. And it looks like Dire going to try and disengage. Cypher should be able to get the blink away. It's going to go for the TP out. Do they scout him actually with that? You see where he is, but he will be fine. Meanwhile, down to the side, Morphling's going to get caught out here. Can't get the strength morph out. In the meantime as well, JT drops to play hard. Starstorm, too much damage. They can Roche if they want to, and it looks like they're going. Straight away, claim the tier 1. Inside Roche. Neon, incredible fight for them. About a 2,800 gold swing. It's probably going to be near 3.5k after that tier 1 tower, and Roshan as well. They're going to be able to take this very fast. In the meantime, Radiant just going to try and use this time to get the lanes pushed out. They're going to be careful if they fight exactly what they're doing right now. Razor? Arrow will lead. They get the Spirit Vessel as well. Scepter going to try and control the Centaur, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Emo with the Spirit Vessel. A blink forward. That leap. Plenty of damage. One more right click with the Spirit Vessel. Play hard. Another kill. They get the Aegis on the Templar Assassin. Did he finish the... He cancelled the TP? Yes. Looks like Mirana's going to try and get these bounty runes down, but will at least be able to get one. Oh, arrow off the mark. JT knows he can't do anything against Mirana with the leap. And all of a sudden, Neon Esports got the net worth lead, a big swing, after these engagements, and tier 1's going to end up dropping top. Wouldn't be surprised if we see them smoke and go like this, and they're going to do something maybe like that. They might cut through mid, in fact.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Or do they sit behind the Templar Assassin pushing tier 2? It looks like that's going to be the case. They'll try and get some deep vision down. One underneath. Arrows off the mark. A stun. Nice silence, however. It's going to stop the hoof stop. Meanwhile, on the back line, Mirana with the Ghost Scepter. Is it going to be enough, however? They're trying to chase him down. They got the Stampede. Laguna Blade on the side, but the Elder Titan way too tanky. Doesn't matter. Cypher somehow still alive. JT trying to chase him down here. Doubling forward, Hoofstomp's going to be there. They get the follow-up as well from the Elder Titan. Nice way from away. He's going to be able to dodge that. JT somehow still alive, but it looks like with Yopaj right on top of him, a 4-star. They're going to be able to close the distance, but now you don't have a 4-star for the static link. So now this Templar Assassin's going to be careful with fraction charges. They're starting to get burnt here. Mel's going to be up shortly, but a quick BKB from Emo, and Cypher's going to end up falling as well. Radiant take a great fight. They've got the LSA as well. Blink's not going to be there. Mel's ready and waiting, but it doesn't matter. They bring him down. Neon take a horrible fight. And they just overcommit right there. I mean, Fly making a lot of space. Yes, they lose JT, but look at the swing back in their favor. Over 3k. And the issue is that Templar Assassin, once you use this 4-star aggressively, then this Razor's just able to stay completely on top of you. Now, speaking about the Razor, looks like Play Hard will be fine, but they're going to rotate on the backline here. They could find the kill on Kaka if they want. They got vision on the high ground, but Emo's still in the area. Laguna Blade, they need a couple. Oof. Oh my lord. Arrow flies through. Lena does fall. Oh, Play Hard almost leaped into that Dragon Slave. That scared the crap out of me. I honestly thought he leapt into the Dragon Slave. That would have been a disaster. I'm very much intrigued about this Lotus Orb pickup. I think the armor is very good against the Razor. Of course, the Ice Storm minus armor. You know, Morphling starting to output a fair bit of physical damage as well. If you can get the Lotus Orb static link, then of course it completely neglects the Razor, but that's not easy to do. TA still opting for the Hurricane Pike. 10-second BKB now completed. All of a sudden, I mean, this Gyro is still farming up pretty well. You see that you see the Mirana is actually doing a great job this game. And this is the build we've seen. Oh, we actually went for the Blink. Okay. I was going to say the Greaves build after like your Spirit Vessel is something we see quite often in the Miranas right now, but goes for the Blink Dagger. Kind of surprised, unless maybe Mirana, I guess Radiant are lacking a lot of catch right now, so Mirana can use this Blink to split push the map, and maybe try and make a little bit of space for the next Roshan. I was going to say, we mainly see Blink Daggers on the Mirana when she has Aghanims or a Hex, so this is a very early Blink pickup. But I guess it is a good follow-up. You know, we spoke about how they have set up with the Centaur and also the Elder Titan as well. Earth Splitter. Couple of stacks coming through. Young God should have the Aghanims now completed after these stacks. So this is going to be... his damage output will greatly increase now. We got a Shrine as well. Just a little worried. Dire posturing for a smoke, it looks like. You know, constantly scouting out with the Rocket Flare. He went for the Battery Assault damage as well on JT. Any big items though we got coming through?
Do it with flair.
BKB on Emo. Of course, we've seen that before. That is down to 8 seconds now. Going for the Shivas next. Lena's also very far. I mean, you'll accept the Shadow Blade with the 8th lens. Karkar's going to find him. Laguna Blade? Alright, well, Lena, you're dead. Karkar. Interesting choice. They pop the BKB on Yopaj. Emo's going to try and take this fight here. Meanwhile, on the backline, Elder Titan. A nice 2-man stun. Young God's going to rotate on forward as well. The Aghanim's getting picked up here. Disruptor is going to end up falling at the start of the fight here. Centaur taking a bunch of damage, but looks like it's time for Dire to try and disengage here. Double 4-staff. A quick blink away from the Templar Assassin as well, and they're going to be fine. Let's see if they want to try and TP down bot to get these bounty runes. TA is going to do just that. So it's a 1-for-1. They find a couple of kills. They got the AT on the backline, it looked like. Just, you know, the couple heroes fly rotating towards the back, but there we go. Once again, 3 bounty runes for the Dire side. They still do have this net worth lead with a 70% win probability as well. Uh-oh, Cypher. He's got to use his illusion to tank up the hook shot. It is on cooldown, but keeping it right next to his body just in case. Nice heads up play. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just following him anyway, but we'll say he did that deliberately. So Tenic is the next item of choice as well for the gyrocopter, so going to be incredibly hard to get brought down. Hasn't opted for the 4-staff pickup like we potentially thought he might go for this game. This is probably the only game I'd think about a gyro going like Hurricane Pike. But I guess I'm surprised Mirana doesn't have one. I know Mirana can leap away from the cogs and also the static link. They're going to try and find Emo. Blink forward doesn't get the BKB off in time. Can they bowl him up as well? Splitter's going to be off the mark. A little bit delayed, but meanwhile mid lane they have the space created, so they find the Mirana kill. They're going to try and catch anyone else as well. Clockwork, he's got the ultimate, but that's such a long TP. And looks like with the Stampede, they're going to be able to stay alive here. Or will they? Fly finds them. Yo, Paj with the blink. You got to get out the way. They didn't move out the way. JT could have hooked. He's got a Ghost Scepter. He's going for a Yules as well. I really like 4-staffs on the Clockwork, so you can hook shot in, you know, cog someone and then 4-staff out. Well, I don't think that's your item of choice. Kind of surprised he just... That's a big cooldown. Do it, JT. Dude, just get a Divine, man. You're the real carry, dog. You know what I mean? I'm the captain of the ship now, or JT, I'm the real carry now. Get this Rapier, baby. Feel like... I think Shiva's some armor item. It's not really the greatest Lotus Orb game. He's going for an Aghanims instead. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Ags on Clockwork. Just decreasing the cooldown. What's it drop down to? 12 seconds. That is all. Considering it's just really good catch for them. We're going to try and fight here on Dire. They're going to be careful to smoke on smoke action. This could be very good if they take the high ground. Uh-oh, play hard. Us is going to form here. They will be able to find Emo on the backline. They drop the sentry before the BKB. Sleep's going to fly through as well. BKB on the backline. Young God trying to find Karka, but he won't be able to. Mirana's going to end up falling at the very start of the fight. A quick blink forward. Emo's falling low, but a 4-star forward. Paz should be able to find the kill. She does not have buyback. They'll drag Young God back with the BKB out now. They get the LSA, Laguna Blade, and down she goes. Gyro's going to get absolutely melted. A 2 for 2 so far. Any way to follow up, however. Looks like Dire going to TP out. RR is going to go for his own fate here. Oh. Doesn't make an interesting blade mail. I haven't really spoke about the blade mail either in this game. Not a huge fan. There's not a lot of AoE kind of damage coming through from Dire, so this is quite the blade mail. But here we go. They're going to try and Roche. I don't know if there was a trap already in there. There's about to be now, though. So they scout out Roche. They know what's happening. The good thing is the Elder Titan's still alive. So he's one of the best heroes at being able to delay this Roshan. And looks like Radiant, they will respect the big bad Elder Titan. I mean, he's been the king of the Roshan pit for a long time now. Just being able to delay this for God knows how long. Now... Karka's still continuing to scale, man. I mean, finally ahead of the Mirana now. Has died a couple times recently. I'm still not a huge fan of this Blink Dagger, but... You know, Karka's going to be going for the Aeon Disc next. Just going to make sure she's able to get these abilities casted throughout the fights. I don't know if Oli will ever be able to get the Aghanims, but like I said, I mean... It's probably a better nullifier, to be honest, on Disruptor. Of course, the Aghanims means mutes items throughout Static Storm. Yopaj. Karka scouts him out here. I'll try and find this, but a nice 4-staff down just in time, man. Right before the boundary runes. That could, if that was a kill, that's probably Roshan for them. And I don't know if Ti has buyback either. Okay, she does. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm just going with Yopaj. They're going to try this once again. Fly with the ultimate orb. Who do they find mid, however? It is the Lina. A lot of damage with the Star Storm. They drop the Static Storm. Is it going to be enough, however? An arrow to scout. Roshan's outside the pit as well. A good bash for measure. But looks like Radiant will disengage here. Clear these trees. Looks like they're going to RR. Don't mind them clearing a couple. Let's scout this out. Yopaj is in the pit. Gonna lead in with the arrow to try and get some vision on the high ground here. I don't think they have another smoke. Looks like Radiant have their own. Good positioning, and they're not grouping up on Dire right now. Paz uses the force stuff early. Fly gonna initiate forward here, however. A Bell Bash coming through, but is it enough? Meanwhile, up to the north here, Centaur falling pretty low. The force stuff out of the cogs, and he has the Stampede. They've got the Shrine to fall back on, but they've got to be careful. Meanwhile, off to the side, they blow up the Gyro. Doesn't have to BKB. Meld hit bash, small fling. Gotta be careful. Arrow will lead. Cypher with the initiation as well. Look at the Earth Splitter. So much damage. The Cogs is gonna lock them in as well. Cypher's falling low, but he gotta be careful here. Ghost Scepter isn't enough. Emo's gonna try and chase forward as well, but the Arrow's gonna be on the mark. They got the Spirit Vessel. A blink forward. The bash is gonna be there. A buyback from both sides, but it is enough. JT with the blade mail, but they're gonna try and disengage here. And Cogs, it'll push him back. They got the E-Blade. Cypher's initiation once more. It's gonna connect onto two. TA somehow still alive. They get the push on the high ground from the Cogs. Fly's gonna initiate forward. The Spirit Vessel's on top of him. He's gotta be careful. It's forward dead on Radiant. They'll buy back on the clockwork, but I don't know if it's enough. Arrow will connect. Spirit Vessel once again. Another blink. Cypher, what a fight for you, son. It's a triple kill for the Gyro. And they just call it. Neon. What a fight. That's it. One fight around Roshan. They all died. They all brought back. This game just went from... What just happened? Neon just blew my mind. I don't even know who bought back. I swear everyone bought back. Holy crap. They blew up Fly. Yopaj hit that key 25 timing. He got the melt hit bash on the Morphling. It allowed the Centaur to close the distance. They blew him up once, and I honestly think everyone bought back that fight. Neon just... In the end, it felt like it just came down to that last big fight, and they just won it. I don't know what else to say. The itemization was really good. I mean, like I said, wasn't a fan of the blink, but it doesn't matter. around the Roshan pit,
Dire team
full
back.
wiping Invictus Gaming twice pretty much. They used all their buybacks for that. And in the end, Invictus Gaming cost them
Radiant
game 1, and
team
now
ban.
if Neon are able to take game 2, then they're actually going to be tied top of the table. And they have another series to play again tonight, which we got to say probably looking like a good series for Neon. I mean, FTD, they looked, you know, they looked okay. You know, 1-1 against Wolf earlier, but I think Neon definitely on another level compared to that. But still, I mean, we got another game to go before we get to our last best of 2. Already almost halfway done through the first phase. Invictus Gaming are actually going to ban out the Templar Assassin here. So Neon proved that they're more than capable of, you know, not only first picking the Templar Assassin, but also winning with it. That's the key thing. If you can first pick a hero like that who has a couple of lane counters and still, you know, be able to win a game that, I don't know if I'd say that convincingly, but be able to win, you know, the game like that, then, I mean, Invictus Gaming, they've got to respect ban it. And now already, I mean, throughout this, they've already used 2 bans on core heroes, the Void and the TA getting taken care of. So we're going to see a couple of heroes like the Mirana go into the pool, the Keeper of the Light, the Lena, who else are we seeing a lot? The Leshrac.
10 seconds remaining.
You know, a few of these heroes going to get into the pool. The Chen as well. We've seen a
5
couple of Chen
seconds
target
remaining.
bans throughout today.
Radiant team
And they get rid of the Mirana, so respect ban. I mean, the Mirana kind of fell off a little bit last game, but
Keeper of the
it still did provide a whole lot. I mean, the Moonlight Shadow is a hell of a thing. It's something you can't really measure too much. But they pick up the Coddle pretty early. Skem's not playing with Neon. I don't know where Skem is, to be honest. I don't have an answer to that. I don't know. They were all chatting about Skem last game, and
5 seconds.
I think this is a stand-in. So I don't think they got rid of Skem. I just don't know where he is.
Dire team pick.
Anyway, they pick up the
Radiant
Coddle,
Lena.
Invictus Gaming. They're going to go straight for the Lena and Tiny as well. Okay, so Tiny and Lena is a pretty decent lane combination. You can toss a hero back to set up for the Light Strike Array.
Radiant
I
team
like
back.
Lena versus the Coddle just because she's got very high attack speed and high attack range, so it's reasonably good at dealing with the Ignis. And we see the Ogre getting picked up as well. So as of right now, I mean, Ogre and Coddle is a pretty good combination. I mean, being able to Fire Blast and then get that Chakra and then double Fire Blast on the Ogre is incredibly strong. I mean, it's just
10
one so
seconds
much
remaining.
nuke. That Fire Blast, if you can get a couple of multicasts coming through, but
Dire
also
team
just the
back.
stun lockdown that it provides. But we'll see an Ogre getting banned out. However, just a really strong laner versus the Ogre. Slark loves versing really, really beefy heroes. You want to build up as much essence as you can. And also, it's kind of easy to be able to see when that stun's coming, because the Fire Blast does have a cast animation, so you have a good setup for the Dark Pack. But
10 seconds
wonder
remaining.
if Neon are probably going to ban out maybe like a Jug or a Life Stealer.
5 seconds remaining.
Definitely, I think you probably prioritize the Life Stealer ban this game, just because it's once again, Life Stealers, you're really good against tanky heroes because of the feast % damage. You know, the tanky you are, the more
Radiant
damage you're
team
gonna. They ban the lifesteal. Wow, interesting. Okay. Well, I'm kind of surprised with that lifesteal ban, but like I said, I mean, lifesteal Jug really good against the Coddle because you have the magic immunity to help deal with taking out the Will-O-Wisp or the Ignis, as some people call it. I think there's another word as well. I know
seconds
Kyle
remaining.
says it, but I can't remember it.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I can't remember
remaining.
now, so never mind. I was going to say Ursa's also very good against the Coddle Ignis, but we haven't seen that here in God knows how long. He's not in a good stage right now. Just so easy to kite. And if you lose your lane, there's really no way for the Ursa to come back.
Dire team
They ban
back.
the Ember. I'm kind of surprised they banned the Ember. I feel like I guess it's you can just Remnant away straight after the Ignis gets dropped. We see a lot of Embers lately. Alright, so what do we got though? Invictus Gaming, one more ban. They're going to be able to follow up with their pick as well.
Dire team pick.
And they get rid of the Morphling.
Radiant team
Okay.
pick.
I guess that's why, because they follow up with the Gyro. So even though the Morphling wasn't able to prevail against a Gyrocopter last game, it is still a very good matchup. You know the Morphling being able to steal the Flak
Dire
Cannon.
team pick.
And Neon, they're going to go straight for the Leshrac. So this Ogre Magi Leshrac lane is incredibly strong if they want to go down this route. They've got a lot of pushing potential early on. I was going to say they can follow up with a Void. It looks really strong this game, but unfortunately that is banged out for Neon. Naga is still in the pool. Maybe if Neon want to go down that route, but I don't... Into a Gyro, I don't know how well that seems, because he has decent illusion clear. Probably going to pick up that position 5 here for Invictus Gaming. We could see someone like a Abaddon getting picked up. The shield's going to be very good against the stuns that Neon provide. Maybe even is Undying there? Undying is there. It just might stop Neon from going this Ogre Magi 3. Because then Undying with the Decay is going to be able to destroy the Ogre Magi. They're going to Bane instead. Okay. I don't know. I thought Bane, and I don't know why I didn't say it. I should just say as many heroes as I can. Because if I get one right, then that's a feels good, man. So, and the Bane, of course, this Nightmare save is very strong. He's a great laner. So, if this is an Ogre Magi Leshrac lane, you're going to be going into a Bane at least, who, of course, known as one of the best supports. Well, the best laning supports, I should say. Up with the Ogre. Of course, that Brain Sap, very good at being able to trade and harass. Here is the Conquer pickup, however. So the long range torrent is a really good way at being able to cancel off the Fiend's grip. They have the, a lot of crowd control right now on the side of Neon, so it's going to be a little difficult for the Gyrocopter to take these fights. The Ignis, Split Earth, Conquer Boat, Torrent. You also don't know what the lanes are. Like this could be a Ogre 5. They put the Leshrac as a 1 or 2 and have the Conquer off lane. They banned the Troll Warlord once again. Kind of surprising. I can't remember if Neon banned the Troll last game or if it was Invictus Gaming, but that's not a ban I would expect. Wonder if we see like OD getting banned out. Is usually if a team's looking for a mid laner, that's the hero you usually see getting taken out. There's the OD. What is Timber good for Invictus Gaming? 2 strength heroes. Leshrac does deal a fair bit of magic damage. Coddle doesn't really provide any damage. They don't really have a whole... I mean, they have decent lockdown, which is the only issue for the Timber. I guess you can put like either the Tiny or the Leaner mid. They're gonna Bristle. Okay, so this is the Bristle Coddle. So it looks like it's a... like, they can put the Bristle back on the 1 if they want to. I feel like you have to Timber here. They don't really have a Spirit Vessel builder as well. I mean, Lena really wants to go, like, Aether Lens Yules. Tiny wants a Blink pretty fast.
5 seconds.
So you know either the Tiny or the Lena is going to be a core. But I think you put the Tiny as a core in the offlane and you pick up the Timber mid. Because at least the Timber's going to be going against the Conquer. So they have this... They have the Coddle Bristleback lane. And then it's going to be a Leshrac Ogre in the off lane, which is really strong. That's a lot of kill potential. Timber into 3 strength. Coddle doesn't give you a lot of damage. Just worried about Lesh, but you do have the save from the Bane. Trying to think of any other heroes that can help out here. I don't know how else you deal with the Bristle. They do have a lot of magic damage at least. Gyro, Tiny, and Lena early on. If they can get some levels. Bane as well, not to mention. I think OD definitely would have been the pick there. Of course, unfortunately, can't get that one. Slark's also gone as well. I don't know who's left in the pool if they can... I actually don't know what Invictus Gaming pick up here. You could lean a core I guess, because Lena's going to have a lot of magic damage for the Bristleback and the Conquer to burst them down. And then you look for like a ranged 4 to make plays across the map if you want it. Or you can put Tiny 4 and look for Initiator. They Storm. Okay. I feel like Storm does nothing this game though. This is a really rough Storm game. I don't know how he plays this game actually. Like this looks really difficult. There's a lot of lockdown for Neon. It's going to be an Ogre Magi 3 as well, so he's going to have very high levels. I don't know how Storm plays this game. Like, everyone's really tanky. Bristleback's tanky, Conker's tanky, so is the Ogre. I mean, if you go on top of the Coddle, he has the Blinding Light, so he's going to stop a lot of your damage output. And Leshrac probably gets a Yule Scepter pretty early for, you know, the defensive survivability, so I don't know how Emo plays this game. He should have a reasonably good lane going up against a Conquer, which is the good thing.
5 seconds remaining.
But even then, I don't know. Yeah, I honestly really like Neon's lineup. It looks really solid. They're not going to scale too well into the late game. That's the only thing that I'm seeing right now, but with the lockdown from the Storm, I don't know how he gets into the fights. They don't deal with the Ignis at all, so it's going to be a massive issue. I just don't see how they play around a Bristleback in the front line. Like, who built your Spirit Vessel as well? Like, Tiny in the offlane, that's your Initiator. So how do you actually get into the middle of the fights? I think... yeah, so it's going to be the Leshrac, Ogre, Magi lane. At least you do have the Bane for the save. I said that I think Ogre, Magi, Lena is probably one of the strongest off lanes right now. But Ogre and Lesh is also up there. It could honestly be close to even better, because now you get tower taking potential if the Leshrac can get some early levels. What the heck? Stat. Alright. Game 2. What? I didn't even press anything. I didn't even press anything. I went to go change my screen. I'm not sure what just happened.
Bottom is missing. The bottom is missing.
Alright.
The bottom
Let's
is
do the
missing.
deed. Game 2. Neon Esports. They can take this win.
Bottom is
And they're going to
missing.
tie up Invictus Gaming on
is
top
missing.
of the leaderboard for Group B.
The bottom is missing.
He's got such a weird voice.
The bottom is missing. The bottom
Holy.
is missing.
Wait, who was
The
that?
bottom is missing.
Was that Ogre? I thought it
Bottom
was.
is missing.
30 seconds to battle.
I don't really give a damn bottom's missing, to be honest, son. Alright, so this is... we don't really see offlane Tinies too much. It's mainly only Boxy from... I was going to say Alliance, but Liquid now. Who plays, you know, the Tiny in that offlane pretty constantly, but... Coddle. It's just going to bully out Ollie here. Won't be able to get anywhere near that rune. Young God, surely you can test that. Stun. Fly. Get chased down. Oh no. I was kind of hoping that... we got one game without lag. We should be happy about that, right? XD. XDD. That is no bueno. Wait, I'm gonna do this real quick. Let me just quickly... I don't know, I got a good feeling about this restart. I don't know about you guys. I hope I don't miss First Blood, but I got a good feeling about this restart. Oh, never mind. Not looking good. Alright. So this will be the Conquer versus the Storm. We're seeing a lot more Conquers in the off lane now. So it's going to be interesting to see the Conquer going back to the mid lane. should be fine versus Storm. I mean, he will be under a little bit of threat, of course, from the, you know, the constant spam coming through from that overload. See RR as well. Uh-oh, Selvin Clarity gone. That's a feels bad, man. He's spammed out. Holy crap, he's spammed out the Blinding Light a lot to start this lane. And now Cypher hits level 2 as well, so just the power to be able to out harass, you know, with the Bloodlust now. Very, very strong for the Ogre Magi. But you see Ollie, like we spoke about, this Bane, one of the best laning supports, just being able to constantly chuck out the Brain Sap. It will lead forward. Split Earths, of course, perfect setup thanks to the Fire Blast. Gets an early point in the Ignite instead, actually. That's not something you see quite often. Meanwhile, down bot, LSA, Bristleback can take a little bit of damage here. It's like actually getting beat down from Karkar. He's got some stick charges. Got to be careful of that LSA. So you don't really see the Bristle take this much damage early on, but forced to pop the Selv. Only has 2 Tangos as well, so this is big because RR really wants to be using the Chakra on the Bristleback. So, I mean, him getting that Clarity pop this early is going to make it a little difficult for them to actually play the lane down bot. Looks like Ogre just forced the Nightmare out on the Bane. Oh, damn, I already missed last game. No lag, I take that crap for granted. Oh boy. How's Yopaj going? Doing pretty well in the CS. Actually gets the exit of the Torrent very early on. I mean, Emo on top of the creep wave takes a little bit of damage because of that. We'll be able to pop the Selv. So just kind of trade some right clicks here with the Selv getting popped from the Storm Spirit. Now, for anyone tuning in, apologies about the lag. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. Unfortunately, there's issues going on with the Dota TV client. Nothing that we can do about it. We'll do our darn best to provide you guys a good game to watch, story to tell. Because like we said, I mean, Neon, if they can net this win, they're going to be tied for the top position in Group B right now. Play hard. Oh, pretty low here, home missile's going to fly. Shouldn't be enough damage. Somehow survives. Fly doesn't have any a point in flat cannon either, so unable to find the last little bit of damage for that kill. Really nicely played from Cypher as well. He's making sure he doesn't pull the creeps underneath the tower here. I mean, it doesn't matter because Ollie was able to at least... Oh, Gyro actually. Stun will be there. They get the Ignite as well, so it's a lot of damage on the Gyro. Meanwhile, Bane was actually pulling the lane here, so he's not close by. Cypher's got to be careful if they can turn it, however, with a Rocket Barrage, but he will get brought down. Cypher able to find the kill. Oh yeah, it's pretty laggy. Didn't think it would be this bad. You guys were supposed to knock on wood. I guess not enough of us knocked on wood. I'm pretty sure Oli cut 2 waves as well. So they've missed out on a lot of experience. I mean, lucky for them. Oh, mid. Yopaj gonna get brought down here. Finds the kill on Emo. That Bracer is coming into clutch right there. Young God's getting dumpstered. They're going to toss Lena forward. They have the LSA. Bristleback's just going to end up falling. This is not what I would expect for a Bristleback lane. Meanwhile, Ogre up top, 1 flat cannon. He's got a couple more coming through. Fly is going to be able to find the kill as well. So, a couple kills across the map for Invictus Gaming. Ogre will be able to come back. Of course. Oh, play hard. Might be forced to come back after the grave as well. He's got the Fairy Fight. Fire Blast going to be there. Play hard. Doesn't have the Split Earth just yet, so they're going to try and output a little bit of damage on the Gyro. You see Ollie sitting on the high ground. Just thought that the Leshrac would run through, but looks like that's not going to be the case. Might run back up on the other side, however, play hard. It's going to be careful. It's got the Split Earth. It's a lot of damage. Still no blood loss. Ollie's going to turn it. Looks like play hard will be fine. He's got the stick charges. Needs a couple more right clicks coming through from the Bane. Meanwhile, Cypher should be able to close the distance. He's got the boots. He's able to find the kill. Meanwhile, still just getting absolutely bodied down bot. This lane is going nowhere near what I expected it would for the Bristleback. I mean, they're probably going to have to force some stacks here for the Bristle to go back to. He doesn't even have his Q to be able to double stack it. I feel like you can, even with the Coddle's movement speed, double stack that, but maybe I'm mistaken. Fire Blast out, Splitter from afar, but Ollie's going to be able to rotate over. The Nightmare is going to get candled straight away. I mean, that's going to be a hard kill considering they're on top of the creep wave and the rocket barrage, but with Conquer rotating, has level 7, they're going to find the kill on the gyro, and now they'll turn their attention to Ollie. X still ready and waiting. They don't go for it. Oh wait, hang on, what? Where's the X? They use it? Now, Emo's going to push in this mid lane, let the creeps do a little bit of tower damage, maybe farm up some of the camps as well while he waits. Lucky for him, this is probably one of the best camps you can actually take at the medium side. There we go. A little bit of farm for the Storm. You see, he's having a really good lane, but meanwhile, Cypher up top is going to be under some threat here. A lot of magic damage early. Fly with 3 points in the Rocket Barrage. Playhard's going to try and rotate over. A nice stun into the Gyrocopter of the Nightmare will be there. Is it enough, however? Nightmare's going to get taken off. A Diabolic Edict as well is just burning into Ollie here, and he's going to end up falling thanks to the tower. And now Fly is going to be careful as well. Can't get in range of Cypher. Playhard's going to try and duke out a majority of the Rocket Barrage, and they will be able to. Homing Missile's going to fly. They will be able to deny it. Oh, the deny. What the hell? We're going to try and restart Dota when we think there's a good timing, because I'm so surprised. Ooh. Split Earth. Edict back up. Gyro's going to end up falling. Can he get a kill before he drops? And he cannot. Finds a pretty key kill. And meanwhile, down bot, Young God just waiting. Yopaj just going to rotate over. They will be able to find JT. So much damage coming through. There's not a whole lot the Bristleback can do. He's got to be careful, because JT's still got pretty much full mana here if they want to try and find this kill. It looks like one more spray will be enough, and they get the kill. So another nice rotation from the Conquer. We're going to do a quick hard reset. We'll close Steam and start it all again. This is probably the laggiest it's been throughout our casting, so I do apologize. We're going to give it one start, and we'll be back in there in about 30 seconds, guys. Like I said, there's not a whole lot we can do. It's been an issue for a while now, unfortunately. We try our best to get through it, but I hope we all understand. At least we got an incredible last game. That was pretty hype. We're seeing this Conquer make a lot of rotation. That's a really key rotation down bot, considering the I didn't honestly think the reset would fix it. If not, it may have made it a little worse. I'm not sure. But we're seeing that the Conquer, forced to rotate to a couple of these lanes. I mean, bot was going incredibly bad for the Bristleback. At least he does have some stacks to fall back on. You see Young God trying to clear some of these now. He does have the pipe queued up, so I mean, we spoke about Dire. They're pretty much all magic orientated right now until the gyro can get a couple of items. But with the tier 1 falling down bot, it looks like Young God should at least be able to get some of the lane farm and then be able to rotate back to the jungle. I don't know if they have any more stacks. Nightmare. Ollie will make a little bit of space for himself. He's going to be able to get out of range for the rampaging Conquer. I can't see any stacks. Play hard. Arca on the backline. LSA off the mark, but he's got the Laguna Blade. It doesn't matter. A multicast is there, and Play Hard, they obliterate the Lina. Feels good, man, when you get a couple of multicasts coming through. I am a huge fan of this Ogre Magi build as well. I love it when they don't go straight Midas. I mean, Ollie. Uh-oh. It's got the Nightmare. Can't get the Sentry. Young God's going to rotate in, but he also doesn't have a point in Nasal Goo, which is kind of surprising. Usually see like 1 point in Nasal Goo just for the lane. I mean, the minus armor is incredibly strong, considering all your damage is physical. But I guess he doesn't want to go for it just so, the max points in the double is going to allow him to excel in the jungle. He needs some catch up right now, and they are giving it to him at least, with the stacks coming through from the Coddle. Really needs some ancient stacks. Looks like he's going to claim 1 right now. Kind of surprised the Coddle's not staying around. He does have the Chakra, it looks like, so. There you go. RR as well. He's got 3 points in the Chakra Magic. Now that this doesn't use any mana, I think Coddle's in such a good position right now. They're gonna smoke up.
Radiant's bottom
We'll
tower
try and
is
catch
under
JT
attack.
down bot, who
Dire are
has,
scanning.
you know, soul ring treads with the wand, incredibly farmed right now, second in the net worth. Yopaj will be able to scout him out. He's got 3 points in the X, so they're going to see him here. Are there any rotations coming through from the die, however? An Avalanche won't be able to stop the combination. They need to drop the Ignis, has some one charges if need be, but in the meantime, they find Young God around the poor man's tri-camp. Looks like GT will slowly get brought down, but they're not done just yet. Sorry, I tapped away because I thought they would have got that kill just before. Meanwhile, Ogre Magi, Fiend's Grip's going to be there. Homing missile from afar as well. Here comes a long zip. Emu wants to get a part of this. Uses a lot of mana for that. And just goes back to base straight away. So finds a kill. I mean, a little bit of gold. Kaya now completed. So 2 kills across the map for Invictus Gaming, but they do lose JT. And we're probably going to see... I mean, Yopaj, what's he going for? He's got this Spirit Vessel queued up. Very surprised about the Spirit Vessel. What? What am I missing? Why is he called Spirit Vessel?
Denied.
I mean, it's decent against a Tiny because how tanky you are. But there's no real, like, it's not like you're versing like a Morph or a Timber or something.
Step lively now. Your
So
admiral is on
I
board.
honestly wouldn't mind. I wouldn't have hated like a Radiance or something. Evasion is one of Storm's weaknesses. I mean, a lot of his damage comes through from the overload charges. So if your right click doesn't go through, then of course that overload proc's not going to either. See, just still Young God trying to clear some stacks here. So at least they are, like I said, giving him some space. Ogre Magi. One thing I brought up before as well is that I'm a huge fan of the Phase Boots 1 Bracer build. I think the fact that, I mean, Ogre Magi is an incredibly strong laner, but if you go for this Midas, it kind of just reduces the potential you have to be a bully throughout the lane. So if you go for these items like the Phase Bracer 1, you're going to be able to help out throughout the lane and makes you, you know, incredibly tanky, 1300 HP you see. It just allows you to be this beefy bad boy to put pressure on the tower, and you can go back for the Midas afterwards. Just, you don't have to get it straight away. A lot of the time you have this good of a start in the laning stage as well, so you're able to, you get a pretty good timing on the Midas, and you see he is. They're giving him space up top, just continuing to farm. Yopaj almost has the Spirit Vessel completed now as well, but in the meantime, Fly, he's got 2 empty slots. Surprised he doesn't have at least another Wraith Band, which is kind of surprising. Mid lane, actually, Emo. Okay, caught here, play hard, tries to close the distance, but won't be able to. A lot of damage on the Storm. They get the blood loss for the movement speed, but meanwhile, Ollie's going to get caught out. He has the Nightmare. Going to be forced to pop it, but they do bring him back, and it looks like Bane is going to end up dropping. Meanwhile, do they... I think... So JT cancels his own TP, and they find the tier 1 tower. I'd love to see the Bristle going for a Medallion this game so they can help take Roshan. He's got the hood completed. They're closing in on the pipe, and they're not done just yet because they're going to be able to find the Gyro around that top shrine. Another great rotation for them. 2 kills across the map. And Play Hard's got 4 points in the Edict, so if they want to, this top tower is going to be under some threat as well. But it looks like Young God's going to think about joining the fray here.
Radiant's bottom
4th in net
tower
worth
is
now,
under
so they have
attack.
given him a little bit of space. Ogre Magi with the Radiant, with the Midas as well. Oh, long zip. It's going to get caught with the Fiend's Grip. Once again, Bristle just getting way too aggressive right now. Pops the hood, but it's not enough. And they see the rotations mid. They're going to try and find something out of this. JT has the blink. Play hard on the side, falling low, but they will be able to drop the Ignis. A nice blink away from JT. He's going to be able to survive for a little while, but they know he's in the area. Avalanche delays this. They need to stop the blink from coming up shortly. Where's he going, however? Down to the south. Wow, there's no way.
Radiant are scanning.
What? How? That's big. Oh, well, at least they get this out of this. I mean, Ollie is slowly going to get chased down. Surprised they didn't use the boat? What was the... Okay, so another hero probably surviving death when probably should have been dead, but in the meantime, I mean, casting through the lag, Emo going for the Bloodstone next, has a incredible amount of farm, 4-1 and 0. I still think this is probably a tough Storm game, and I think he has to go for a BKB pretty early, maybe even after the Bloodstone. But if he can get this item without any contention, then it's a massive thing for the Storm Spirit. A lot of the time now we see Storms go like Kaya into Orchid, just because it's a lot better of a build up than the Bloodstone. It allows you to fight earlier. And the issue sometimes with the Bloodstone is that if you just kind of die a few times and lose all your charges, then you kind of just fall off. Like it doesn't really give you... It gives you decent amount of HP, but that's really it. No stats like a Kaya. And also the Orchid. They blow up the Coddle here. Oli able to find the kill, but meanwhile, they're going to turn their attention to JT alongside forward. Emo going to try and get aggressive on play hard, but they will be fine. Fire Blast on the side. JT's going to be careful with the Spirit Vessel out. The Nightmare gives him a little bit of time, but it's not enough. Another kill for the Conquer, and they're not done just yet, however. He's got the Phase Boots up. They need the Vision. They're going to be able to get it thanks to the Torrent. A quick X to drag him straight back in. They're going to be able to chase down Oli here. Ignite's going to fly through, so the movement speed slow will be there. Double kill for Yopaj. He's incredibly farm, man. I still would love him to go for the Radiance, but they're not done just yet. Play hard. Scepter's going to be there. Ogre Magi's going to TP through, but this is a long TP. Fly. Doesn't have a BKB just yet, but alongside forward with the cooldown as well. Leshrak's falling incredibly low here. They don't get a multicast coming through. Emo's going to try and find the kill and disengage here. Cypher as well. What can he find? Emo juking through the trees. Doesn't have enough sustain. JT with the blink forward. They get the LSA as well, and it looks like the bait has been set. They sprung the trap. Emo survives. Ogre Magi falls right before the Vanguard pickup as well. It's kind of surprised he's going Vanguard actually, but I honestly wouldn't mind just a casual hood considering this Bristleback's got a pipe now completed. And he does have the medallion queued up like we spoke about. So I think once Radiant take a fight, they get a couple of kills, they're going to be able to go Roshan and then snowball from there. Young God, the issue is that this hero is very far behind right now. And it kind of seems like he slowly comes back in net worth. And then he gets a little bit too aggressive, takes a fight, gets out of position, and then he just keeps getting brought down. And I mean, they've got a lot of magic damage. It looks like it's Aethelyn's now completed. No, Yule Scepter completed on Karkar. So even greater survivability against the combination from the Conquer. What do we got down bot? Oli gonna get brought down here. Blinding Light back to the Leshrak, so he gets a kill with the Pulse Nova. How's the Bloodstone looking as well? Emo needs a couple more components. Has enough gold if he wants to pick up the Vitality Booster or the Energy. Needs about 300 gold, I believe. No, it's 700. It's 300. I don't know why I said 300. I meant 700.
Dire are scanning.
Now, Radiant, they are going to try and smoke up here. Bot's getting pushed in. This is quite the smoke, however. It's not before the runes. So kind of surprised with this smoke movement. But it looks like they're trying to find someone pushing in bot. Fly just stuck in the trees right now.
Radiant's top tower
In the meantime, they are able to at least claim the tier 1 tower. They might bait play hard here. Young God's going to show a blink forward. The Yule Scepter's going to be there. The Avalanche might disjoint the combination here. Sun will connect with the LSA as well. Radiant, they're going to try and take this fight here. They'll rotate forward. Karkar's going to be able to disengage here. JT goes for the TP up, but it's not there in time. Play hard, finds the kill. Right in front of Roshan. Well, pretty close enough if they want to go for this. Dire do have vision in the area, but no one's getting scouted out. It's not close enough to the pit. So with the medallion and the nasal goo, Roshan, this armor is going to slowly get dwindled down. We'll see. It is taking a little while. Kind of surprised. Who'd they chakra? I feel like you chakra the Young God, but... So they should know Rosh is happening now. RR is going to be able to get the D ward. Karkar is in the area with the Laguna Blade, so RR is going to be careful. Sun's on the mark. And looks like he's going to get brought down. A quick blinding light, but it doesn't matter. Dragon Slave finds a kill. They do at least claim Roshan, so Young God's going to be the one to pick that up. This is big for them now. I mean, Young God, they've given him so much space across the map. They give him the Aegis as well. He's going to make something happen this game. It's a Bloodstone now completed on the Storm. With the DD, they're going to try and get a quick charge out of this. This is massive for them. It should be a free kill. Going to be at least one rotation coming through from Young God, but there's nothing a Bristle can do. Radiant are kind of in the area, but they might set up considering Fly has a BKB as well. They're going to close the distance. Yopaj up to the north. He finds Emo with a zip 4, but they do have the Shrine of Radiant waiting as well. And it looks like Emo uses a lot of his mana here. Are there any drums to follow up? It doesn't look like there is. So they'll back out. Storm gets a Bloodstone charge. Very big for the Storm to help snowball this game. Still think it's pretty rough. Has to go for a BKB next, I imagine. God damn, this lag is not getting any better. What is Karkar's gone for a Shadow Blade. Aetherlin's now completed. We saw the same item build last game.
Finders, keepers.
On the Lina. It was play hard Lina, right? I don't remember whose Lina it was.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What's RR got? Okay. As of right now, good night.
Dire's bottom tower.
They're gonna try and put pressure onto the tower with this Aegis. Meanwhile, JT mid. They will be able to find the Coddle. He drops the Ignis, but it's not going to give him enough space. However, Your Scepter on the Storm. Sun's going to be on the mark. A force up away, but do they have the follow-up control? That's the question. Emo is going to get brought down here. Exactly what we spoke about. There's just too much lockdown for the Storm, and now they're going to try and chase forward for Oli as well. Brain Sap will be there. Meanwhile, down bot. Young God, he's just dived too far again. Bristle, what are you doing, son? He's going to try and get away. I mean, Aegis gets claimed. That's not good. So they get two really big kills. I mean, they find the Storm. Bloodstone charge goes down to 13 now, so they take off 2 charges. Aegis drops, so they should be able to at least get a tier 2 tower. They're not even going to. They're going to back off. So with Aegis down now,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
it looks like this is Crimson Guard picked up on Cypher as well. So just going to further help out with the tank ability of the Ogre Magi. You already see how much armor he's got. 22 armor currently. I want to see if he multicasts. Multicast. Oh, feels bad, man. Honestly, if you don't get multicast early on the Ogre, it can really set your game apart. It is it's a rough thing. Man, this is a slideshow and a half. Yopaj is going for the Hex next. I really like this itemization. They just recognize that if they can find the Storm straight away as he initiates forward, then they've got a lot of kill potential. Karka. Interesting Laguna Blade. I mean, it's a pretty low cooldown, but that's a lot of his mana pool right now. And Playhard's going to try and find the kill here. LSA's on the mark, but at least the Yule Scepter's perfect setup for the Torrent. They get the Chakra as well, longs it forward. However, Emo's got to be careful, but where's the follow-up? They drop the Ignis, he can't zip away. Has he got the Hex? Looks like they don't. The Coddle drops that ultimate. Playhard just picks up the mech. The tier 2 is going to end up dropping. Cypher will try and at least protect the tier 1 tower mid. Did he cancel it? What just happened?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Okay, so I think he cancelled it.
Dire's top tower is under
Now,
attack.
they're going to try and defend the tower, however. Yopaj is going to go for the TP out. Another long zip in. Storm's going to be careful because that's pretty much all his mana now. And Dire, they're going to be careful if they want to take this fight here. Ogre's incredibly tanky. They get the Crimson Guard along with the Pipe as well. Dry's going to get caught. Mio on the backline. Coddle's going to end up getting brought down. Not the biggest issue considering he doesn't have the Ignis just yet. Emo's going to try and find Yopaj here, but he does have the BKB, but there's no way to keep him live here. They can't cancel out the Fiend's grip, and all of a sudden, Radiant just take a really poor fight. JT's not done just yet, however. He's got the blink with the avalanche toss, gonna push him back to the creeps, allows Karka to set up for the light strike array. They find 4. I am so surprised that they didn't have that good of a fight there. And now that's right before the bounties. I mean, Young God able to get a couple of these down, but like I thought Storm just wasted all his mana at the start, but it looks like they was still fine. I guess the blinding light with the Chakra is pretty big.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I kind of thought the Ignis would be all from RR, but I guess, like I said, the blinding light's actually massive for their damage output. Sorry, the Chakra magic, and then the blinding light just stopping the damage output, I should say. So, and this is interesting. Young God is about to have the Solar Crest completed, so it's going to further help tank him up a little bit. I don't know if it's enough because we're not really feeling the power of the Bristleback this game. And even though died, they don't even have a Spirit Vessel. Like somehow they're just being able to deal with the hero, and I'm honestly kind of surprised that that's the case. They're going to try and set up on the Storm, however. Emo is actually going for an Orchid next. So this game, I think Radiant might have to end this game before Storm gets a BKB, because Bristleback is not having that much of an impact in this game, I'd say. If they're able to end this game before Storm gets BKB, and you see he's gone really greedy with the Orchid pickup. But in the meantime, we haven't put too much attention on Fly. I mean, they've just been making a lot of space across the map for the Gyro. 2, 4, and 4. You know, third in the net worth right now. Has the Aghanims completed a 10-second BKB as well, so hasn't used that yet. Ooh, give me some slideshow, baby. Yes. Love it. JT, Shadowblade picked up. Who can he find here? He goes separate, but initiation forward, a double avalanche, but they're going to be able to drop the Ignis here. Storm's got to be careful with the long zip in. Cypher falling incredibly low. They have the pipe and the Crimson, so they should be fine. However, they're going to turn their attention to JT, and they're going to be able to blow up the Tiny. And now with the Nightmare off, Young God's going to be able to chase as well, but where's the follow-up? They have the X or anything. Cypher, they will be able to bring back Ollie. Thanks to the X, Conker's able to get in range. Kind of surprised they Nightmared off the Bristleback, considering the Ogre's kind of their follow-up with their stun. In the end, I mean, it really didn't matter. They found 2 kills. They kind of just dived a little bit too far there. I mean, I'd love to see RR go for a double bracer. I'm pretty sure you have to, even a ranger, you've got to recognize that the Tiny is going to gun for you every single team fight, and also the Leaner as well. So as long as you get your abilities off, as long as you get Ignis mainly to start the fight, then that's the big thing. Kaka sitting in the trees. I kind of like the way the Lena is playing this right now. You can just sit in the trees and be able to split push the map. They're actually wrapping on Yopaj. Scouts out the X. Uh-oh, Kaka. Be careful, there's rotations coming through. He's got the BKB. JT is going to try and close the distance, but Conker's incredibly tanky here. Gets the BKB off, and looks like Radiant going to try and take this fight here. Orchid out on the Coldle, they're going to be able to blow him up. Leshrac drops as well. Young God in the middle of all of this. BKB is going to get popped from both sides, and looks like they're going to try and disengage Yopaj with a TPR. And now Bristleback's kind of just on the front line here, and do they have enough mana? I mean, it's an Arcane Rune on the Storm, so Orchid's back up here. They get the pullback. Pretty tanky, but Mimo on the side as well. Bane's going to get caught, falling incredibly low with the multicast, and they're going to be able to bring him down. And it looks like Radiant, now with the pedal to the metal, they're going to try and find some couple more targets here. They just picked up the Hex, so Emo's got to be incredibly careful with his positioning right now. JT also just hugging the tree line. They're not done just yet. I mean, with the Bloodstone, Emo close to full. Who can they find, however? That's the question. JT is going to try and scout out. Sees the creeps are gone. The blink forward, however, won't be able to catch anyone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, I'm pretty sure he didn't have a bracer beforehand, so this man just picked up a bracer, and I guess he just listened to what I asked for. So, kind of feel a little smart after that. Mid lane. Long zip forward. Orchid's out. JT is going to be able to follow up as well. They got the Fiend's Grip on the back line. There any follow-up, a toss back. They have the pipe, but I don't think it's going to be enough because Radiant, they're just not in the area. Bristleback's going to get brought down once again. Just not respecting the amount of catch that Invictus Gaming have right now. They've got so much follow-up. They smoke on the back line as well. They're not done just yet. There's going to be a Hex from afar. I don't think they have enough lockdown to bring down Fly before he gets a BKB off, and they won't have it. They're going to drop the core down. A nice Ignis on the backline as well. Can they deal with it? Looks like Storm's just going to go straight for the back. He finds a Cuddle. 3 dead on Radiant. They're going to turn their attention to Cypher now. Even with the Crimson Guard, he's got no backup. He's going to slowly get brought down here. Kaka with the blink forward. A nice LSA. It's going to be a slideshow, but it will at least be 4 dead as well. So Invictus Gaming find a really good fight for them. They get a key pick off with the Bristleback. About an 1800 gold swing, close to that. There's going to be a lot more now with the bounty runes. And all of a sudden, I think this game is blown wide out of proportion. You know, Gyro, third in the net worth. He is, yeah, he's a big issue. Especially when you have a double damage rune right out front of Roshan. The toss. I mean, they know that Radiant don't have Ignis. They're actually not going to take this fight. Okay.
Radiant's
So this
bottom
Bristle is
tower
going to keep
under
falling
attack.
off further and further now. You see JT is actually ahead of the Bristleback. Even the Ogre Magi
Radiant's
is
bottom
closing.
tower has fallen.
Massive Pidus. And it feels like... so Ogre's going to go for a Hex next. I mean, the thing against the Storm is that you're always able to itemize against the hero. Like, you can pick up as many stuns as you can. You just mass by Hex and Blinks, etc. And there's just eventually not enough the Storm can do. Because of how squishy the hero is. I mean, you get controlled once through before BKB. Damn, no multicast, man. Cypher, every time we watch Cypher, I feel like he doesn't multicast with the Midas. That's a big feels bad, man. And they're going to smoke up. They just pick up the BKB on Storm. They got a double damager in. They're going to try and take this fight. Radiant hugging the area. Very good ward for They're going to be careful though. On H 4 they find Cypher. Not really the target you want to find first. Meanwhile, Emo on the backline. That's the hero you want. You bowled the cuddle. 2 heroes down already. Now they're going to turn their attention to the last shack. Emo taking a bunch of damage here. He's got to be careful. Looks like he will be fine. Meanwhile, on the side, Fiend Script. Young God just going to beat into Oli here. They'll get the toss with the Avalanche as well. Oli forced to cancel the Fiend Script. The Hex is going to be there as well. But Emo's going to rejoin the fray. He's got a little bit of mana afterwards. And the Orchid's going to be out. So Conquer will get brought down. And meanwhile, Young God left to last. They hit him from the front. And they're going to be able to bring him down. 5 dead on Radiant. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they drop the Gs pretty soon. This game's looking incredibly rough. Is going to be able to go back and take Roshan. And this is a Storm with Aegis as well. These team fights are so hard to cast, man. Gotta love me some... yeah. I apologize for the lag, guys, once again. I feel bad that you guys are watching it, so
Dire's structures are fortified.
yeah, I just want you to know that I do apologize and appreciate everyone sticking by through the lag. You know, we've had some pretty good games though, and you know, Neon 12k behind, no buybacks. They're gonna have to pull something out for them to force, you know, at least an extra 10 minutes, because this game,
Radiant's middle
you know, it's looking almost well and truly over. You know, they're gonna be completely full lane of racks down mid. Lotus all popped. Cypher trying to frontline here. Fly with the... Wait, they gave Fly the 8... What? In what world do you give someone but the Storm the Ages? What? I'm so confused. They didn't even give him cheese. I've got no idea what's going on. Oh boy, look at the Lena's farm, man. Almost closing in on the Bristleback. She's going for the Aghanims next, so this burst potential is going to be incredibly strong. The pure damage at blowing up the Bristleback. Also the Conqueror and the Ogre as well, who's incredibly tanky. Both these heroes are hard to bring down through all the reduction they have. Of course, the Aghanims Laguna Blade's going to go through the BKB. And you see they're giving a lot of farm over. They're going to try and take this fight, actually. Arcane Rune gets popped up from Emo. So BKB and Octarine the Orchid, very short cooldown. Emo forces it, but wait. Does pop a 9-second charge for this. They find the Coddle for that kill. Can't tell if that's exactly worth it, but I guess, I mean, that is another Bloodstone charge. And they can still reinitiate if they want to. I mean, with this Arcane Rune, you see Storm's almost back up to full. They don't have really good ward in the area. They're fighting on top of a shrine as well. Uses a lot of mana. Has hit the level 25 as well. Fly's going to initiate forward. JT with the BKB. They're going to be careful. The Fiend Script's going to be there. It's going to hold the Conqueror in place. They have the shrine, but it looks like it's not enough. Yopaj is going to end up falling here. And now Young God just on the front line. Nightmare's got him in place, and they'll turn their attention to Cypher. That's all they need to do. Control the Bristleback for the last hero. LSA holds him up. They toss him up, and down he goes. Double kill for Emo. Right before the bounty runes as well. So Neon, they're going to try and claim at least a couple of these down bot. But in the meantime, they're going to lose. I mean, they'll finally take a full lane of Rax mid. Tier 2 is going to drop eventually top as well. You see Karkar's already beating into these buffer buildings. Gyro now has a Satanic completed. And this game's just getting harder and harder right now for Radiant. Play Hard's going to be really careful with his positioning here. He's going to rotate on the back line. Storm can just zip on. They're going to buy back for this, JT. With the Avalanche isn't enough. They're going to get a Hex for. They drop the Ignis as well, but Emo with the BKB. They blow up the Leshrac. Looks like it's not enough to keep him alive, and now he's going to try and turn their attention to the Coddle. Will end up falling here in a long zip away, so it looks like JT is going to end up getting caught up for Dire. They lose the Lena as well. The BKB is going to get popped. Emo has a little bit of mana to work with. They want to take this. Meanwhile, up top, they're kind of ratting here. Fly and Bane. I mean, Bane's not helping out a whole lot, but it looks like they're going to be able to get the melee racks as well, and they'll try and disengage here. A quick nightmare, but it's going to get taken away from the Coddle. Yopaj is trying to close the distance as well. Ollie's stuck in the trees. Cypher's going to rotate behind as well. Looks like Flyby now left to his own devices. Storm can long zip join him. It looks like instead, just going to go for the BKB TP out. Wonder if they could have taken that fight, man. I mean, Storm was pretty much full mana. Could have rotated over. Regardless. The 25. Oh. Slideshow. We Coddle down. Storm out. Oh boy. Emo beyond God, like 18-2. I honestly thought this would be a tough Storm game. I'm kind of surprised how bad the Bristleback went, but 32 Bloodstone charges. He's going for the Lincolns next. It's going to help against a single target lockdown. The Hexes as well. And this man is kind of the king of it all right now, I must say. 63 mana regen. There's not a whole lot they can do to stop the Storm. Meanwhile, the thing is that, I mean, he just made so much space for Fly. You know, he's got Mjolnir now completed, second in net worth. There was a first stage where, you know, Fly was doing pretty bad in the net worth, but yeah, this is pretty uncastable, I must say, but oh well. XD. I don't want to leave, because if I leave, I'm pretty sure the game's over. Like, because we're behind 5 minutes, so...
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
They get the shrine, so good enough. Looks like Leshrac up top. I don't know, they popped the Laguna Blade pretty early. Is that Ags? That is the Ags Laguna Blade. Where's Storm? Okay, yeah, so he's balling in. And yeah, he's down. Alright. So they lose the Lesh. And what else do we got? Young God down bot. Oh, I'm sorry guys. This is not even